Hello everyone, welcome back to Talented Developer. Till now we have seen how to do LDAP authentication and we have also seen how to get the login user detail. In this video we are going to add a user in this organization unit through a Spring Boot application. First of all we need to install Themeleaf. So for the UI purpose I'm going to use here Themeleaf because it is very easy and it will try to load from the server end and it will render our template and all the code will be like similar to HTML, XML and JavaScript. So you can open your web browser and just search Themeleaf Spring Boot dependency Maven and you can open the first link 3.2.1 version and you can copy this one and you can open your pom.xml and you can add that dependency. So how we can add the user through the Spring Boot application? So definitely we need to write a post method and the problem is here like we are using Spring security. So without login you cannot access here. You can see this one. If we are going to use the postman then definitely we have to disable the Spring security, so I don't want to do that one. That's why I am planning to go with the Themeleaf. So when we have done the login thing, on that time we have done on the basis of CN, but what will be happen if I will continue with the CN can be common. So many user can have common name here like Ram, so it can create issue. So now we'll try to follow our DN on the basis of UID. So now we'll UID equal to whatever UID and it will be in the same group like OU equal to users and it will be inside the OU equal to system. So once Themeleaf has been installed then we have to write one controller, but before that let's write our entity model class. So what you can do, just do right click and select class and you can give the name as a LDAP user and you can put the package name here as model or you can give entity also fine. So what are the variable we are going to keep it? So definitely we need to keep here CN, SN and password. Now we need to also add that is called UID. So let's write some variable here. So I have created the 4 variable here. CN means common name, SN means surname and password, and here in the username I am going to keep the UID value. Now you can come down and try to create your setter and getter. So our model is now ready. Now we'll try to create one controller. From that we'll try to load our template. So this is the REST controller. Using this one we cannot render our Themeleaf template. So we need to write one another controller and we can give the notation as just controller. So what you can do, just come here and go to the new and class and we can give here user controller. So this is our controller. Just come here and put a notation as a controller. So our requirement is like what? We need to get the data. So that data we need to get from the browser. So definitely we need to load our template. That means we need one get method and from that get method we'll try to load our template. So you can come here and you can copy this one. Go to your controller, add that API name as add user form. And here you can change with add user form and try to pass your model. This model will come from Spring Framework.ui and what we can do, just use model dot add attribute. So you can give the key name as LDAP user. So in the value just pass here empty entity class. Now you can import this one. Now we need to add here our template name. So what you can do, just go to your resource in the template, just do right click new and other and just you can select HTML file and you can give your file name as add user. So this is the by default code. Now I'm going to replace with my code. I will explain what is this one. So here you can see it is a one form and in this form we need to add here our API name. So for now I just given here add user and here object name. So you can see in our controller I have given here key as a LDAP user. You can keep as both same and this will be like when user will click on the submit. So for now I just given here post and will create this API after that. So currently I'm keeping here username, password, common name and surname. And here you can give the variable name like whatever you have in LDAP user. So you can cross check here CN, SN, password, username. So same thing I'm keeping here. You can see username, password, CN and SN. So these are the 4 variable. You can save this one and you can go to your controller and just try to return here add user. So what will be happen when you will try to load this API, it has to show the form whatever we have created in this HTML file. So let's stop your server and try to reload. Now you can refresh, you can log in. Still we are using the old user only. After the login, we need to load that API. Which API? This API. You can come here, and so you can see currently I'm able to see here username, password, common name and surname. So now next thing is like we have to get this details from the user, and when the user will click on add user, it has to add in this organization unit. So what you can do, you can create one post method, just copy this one, and you can give the API name as add user, and here we have to pass what? LDAP user, because if you notice here, this is the object, right? An object of LDAP user. So you can come here, just give the object name here as LDAP user. Now we will get the request in our controller, and this request we have to pass to the service, and in the service we'll try to perform all kind of LDAP operations. So let's write one service here. Just come with the right click, class, and you can give the class name as LDAP service, and you can put the package name here as service here. Click submit, just come, use annotation as service. You can import this one. So service is here ready. Now what? We have to get the request from the controller. So what you can do, just come here and create one function here, public void add user, and here we'll get the request as LDAP user. Now if you remember, in the last tutorial we have done our LDAP configuration. You can see we have created one bin here, LDAP template, and we have also done our custom context source. So from now onwards we are also going to use same LDAP template. So what you can do, just copy this one, and you can go to your services and just try to put a notation as auto wire. You can import and type here private LDAP template. So this LDAP template will contain the configuration of our LDAP server. So no need to every time pass our LDAP connection. Now, once we got the request, we have to put into LDAP template. So what you can do, just come down and put here LDAP template dot bind. So first parameter is what? Here you can see we have to pass the final DN. Next one is here object, and third one is called attribute. So if you see here, last time we have used the DN as CN equal to RAM, but now I just said we have to follow here UID equal to 123 whatever, then we'll follow here OU equal to user and OU equal to system. So what you can do, just come and type here UID equal to LDAP user dot get username, because we'll try to pass the UID into username only. So now if you notice here, we have to pass here final DN. Final DN means we have to pass this value also. Two way, either you can write here in the custom or you can declare like a global on the top. So what you can do, just come here and type here private static final string, and I can say here base DN equal to O equal to users and O equal to system. Now what you can do, just come here, use comma, and you can use here base DN. So base DN is ready. Now we have to pass the object. So right now I'm just going to pass here as null. Now we have to pass here attribute. So attribute means here we have to pass every data like username, password. So what you can do, we have to write one function that will convert our object to the attribute. So you can open your LDAP user entity class. You can go to the down and just write here public attributes, and we can give the function name here as two attributes. So just copy this one. You can import from javax naming directory, and here you can declare one attribute class. So just put here attributes equal to new basic attributes only we are going to follow. Here we will try to put all the variables. So what you can do here, just copy this one and put here dot put. So here we have to pass the key, and here we have to pass the value. So our key means like what? So first of all, you can see here this is a one user, and this user attribute description is what? Object class equal to inet org person. So you can follow again same, just type here object class, and you can pass here inet org person, and now you can change this one. Similarly, we have to pass the CN, SN, UID, and you can try to return attributes here. So this thing we have right here, so we can use in the future tutorial also. So now you can go to your LDAP services and just change to two attributes. So we have finished our LDAP services. Now we can go to the controller. So you can close other controller. Now what we have to auto wire here LDAP services also. So just use your auto wire private LDAP services, LDAP service. You can import this one. Now you can copy this one and remove that line and just put here add user, and you can pass our request. So once everything will be fine, then it will return one template here. So what you can do, just go on the top, create another template, new, other, HTML file, and I can say here success. And here just try to print like added successfully, and you can go to your controller and add that template here. So let me explain what we are doing here. So once the data is filled and when user will click on add user, then you can open that template first of all. So you can see here whenever user will click on submit, it will render the post method, and here we are calling that API, and that API name is what, add user, and here the object name is what, LDAP user. So we have added here like same add user, and you can change it as a post mapping. Here we'll pass the user request, and here that request will go to the add user services, and here we need to pass our final DN. Then we have to pass the object, we are passing here null, then pass the attribute. So we have created one function. In that function it will add all the user attribute and it will return as a attributes. Now you can shut down the server and restart again, refresh, enter the credential of first user. Now you can add username as 2. 2 means here I'm just going to put here UID equal to 2, and password let's write again 1 2 3 4 5 6. Common name I can say here Ria, surname I can say Kumari, and just click on add user. So you can see once the data is added, I'm getting message here added successfully. So how you can cross check, just go to your LDAP server and select your users group and just do here reload entry, and you can see here UID equal to 2. Now we are following UID pattern as a DN. Earlier our DN was CN equal to RAM. Now we have changed with UID. You can follow as for your requirement. It's not mandatory like you have to follow as a CN or UID, but you have to make sure like how you are going to pass the final DN. So you can see we have added here CN as a Ria, SN as Kumari, that means surname, and UID equal to 2, and it was the user password. Now you can double click, and how you can cross check our password was 1 2 3 4 5 6. You can see here, now click on verify. You can see here password verified successfully. That means we have added the user along with the password successfully. So in the next video we'll try to load all the users. So in that one we'll try to first of all create one API, and after that we'll try to get all that data into one tabular format so we can easily see all the users. That's it for the day. Happy coding.